Hey, it's so good to be back.
We needed a smidge of a break, which wasn't fair to the readers, but I think it was worthy.
I just I don't know what I've done. I don't know. I feel like anticipating this podcast helps me organize my thoughts in a way that I've just been in a flurry because we haven't done the podcast. I haven't been able to organize my thoughts. I've just been like living. It's almost like I haven't done my gratefulness meditation at the end of the day. I just don't even.
This should be your meditation at the end of the day.
That's why I've been missing it. I just miss the readers so much. Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back. New York to Melbourne. Here we go.
Yes. Yeah.
You
What's
know,
been
you were
going
like
on?
chomping at the bit.
What's that?
They've all just been like chomping at the bit to like get some more content.
Well, we're back and we got lots of hot takes, I actually don't know that I do, but
So here's what I'm thinking.
okay.
Like, as we were coming on, you were basically just like, I have nothing to say. Let's just like roll it out and see what
Yeah.
happens. We're gonna do a little bit of like what happens at a stale dinner party table. Like we're just gonna pull out the things.
I love
So
that.
I think that's just the vibe. What has been like? Is
Mm.
there anything happening in your universe? What's been the world? What anything hitting your contemplate? Have you watched anything before we get
Okay,
into it?
so it's just this is like very top of mind for me. And it's
Hmm.
just like you saw that Venezuela Fury got married. My gosh. Don't you dare come for her. Like all the people jumping on the bandwagon of coming for Venezuela Fury, and they don't know anything about the Furies. They haven't been waiting with bated breath for season 2 of At Home with the Furies like I have. Don't you dare come for Venezuela Fury. She is such an icon. And I just like the way she walked down the aisle with sunglasses on, to Biggie Smalls, Notorious B. Oh, I just
You gotta give it
love.
up. And you know what? Credit to Paris. You know that she pulled that off with 15,000 change of plans, a
Yeah.
different location, a different this, a different that. And she looked, my God, phenomenal. These
No,
people,
they're icons. They are icons. Like, put aside the fact that this is a 16-year-old marrying an 18-year-old just for a moment, because how dare you come for that? How dare you
you
know their story? You don't know their history.
don't know the culture.
You don't know the culture. You don't know that that Venezuela has basically been a mother since she was 8 with all of those children. Like, she's basically a 40-year-old woman getting married at this point. Like, she's a mature bride, right?
Yep. Thank you so much for. I had forgotten about that because I saw the headline over the
Yeah.
weekend and I was just like, had such joy in my heart for it. And I made the mistake of sharing it with a group of people around me who were just, they weren't it, who I was, not it. And they were all just like, I was too young. And I was like, you don't know her like we do. You
Yeah.
don't got it.
You
And
don't
there
get
was
it.
some clickbait article on like page 6 or something that was like,
Yeah.
Venezuela does something crazy after her prenuptials. And it was like, instead of taking Tyson's last name, she literally changed her name on Instagram to like her married last name. And it was like, it's like first of all, it's like the most normal thing to do. That's so normal. It's like, who are you people coming for Venezuela? Absolutely not. You
Absolutely
don't
not.
know.
Stand down. Stand down. If you haven't been watching, like we've been watching, like loyal followers, you can stand down. She's great. Like, love the Furies.
Love the Furies. And do you know what? This podcast is dedicated to that marriage. Because you know
100%.
what will last? That marriage.
We will be here. This podcast will still be here. That marriage will still be here, like in a
We're gonna
year.
see her. We're gonna see her baby. She's gonna have a baby tomorrow. We're gonna have babies on babies and babies, and we're gonna see it all.
And that's, At Home with the Furies is going to live on forever because of that. Like, we're all now so invested in this marriage because it's so fascinating.
And like honestly, poor Molly Mae. She got ripped apart in the tabloids for that
So
wedding.
why? Why?
First of all, this beautiful, incredible woman is going to her, for all intents and purposes, boyfriend, not husband,
Right, yeah, yeah,
his his niece's wedding,
yeah. Mm.
9 months pregnant with a toddler without him there because he's like training, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Has the gall to be like, can you maybe just like hold the umbrella so it's like the wind and the rain isn't like in my face while I'm holding my kid and I'm 9 months pregnant. So she's like presumably like a little bit rude to somebody who was like ushering her in. And she's like, give her a break. Like,
Yeah. The thing about all of them, including Molly May, is they have no airs and graces. Like, they have no pretense. And so, yes, they have lots of money, but you're presuming a level of pretense that these people just don't have. Like, They are inherently modest people, inherently humble people, notwithstanding their millions and millions of dollars in success. And that's why I love them. They're so fabulous. How dare you say that about Molly May?
And you know what? I really feel, and maybe we misread the vibes of the culture, but
Mm.
I really feel in support of this podcast that they're female first. Like Paris is running that home. These women are running that home. She's
Yes,
making those choices. I know Tyson's like the man of the house, whatever, but it's like he has a loud bark for not a lot of bite. She's making those choices.
100%. And I think I saw Paris talk about the marriage and like saying similar things of just like, you don't know our family, you don't know our like culture, you don't know that she has been my right hand woman. Like Venezuela's been my right hand woman for like 8 years with all of these siblings. And this is like, she's a very mature 16-year-old. And I just, I just love them. I just love the Furies.
What a way to kick it off. That
Thank
was
you.
such a good PSA. I didn't even remember that as the culture, and it is so important.
Yeah, it's the
Maybe
culture
all
that made me say culture was for me, to be honest. The Furies. It's taken until I'm 39, but the culture that made me say culture for me is the Furies, the Fury
I think
family.
that's so right.
Yeah, it is.
So
What else? What
right.
about you?
So that was such a good one. I mean, the content plate is not full. There's not a lot on TV,
It is
but the Real
barren. It is
Housewives
barren
of
out there at the moment. Oh my God.
I do think every year we say this about this time of year because everybody's gearing up for like you better watch out when Love Island starts. Like this podcast will be off the charts.
Like,
Like all of the good, beautiful summer content, it's
mm,
gonna come alive. It
mm,
just will.
yeah.
And so we just have to be grateful for that.
Yeah, we do.
I think like I don't remember which housewife will air soon, but like we got some coming.
What do we have coming? Probably OC, right?
Maybe New York.
Okay. I'm like more interested in that since you mentioned Martha Stewart filming. I feel like I was not interested, not interested, not interested. Little peak of interest with the new housewives. I was like, okay, like Bill, this is interesting. Little rumble action there. And then, yeah, I'm Martha Stewart.
In the city of coming. We'll
Oh,
keep
I
it.
am excited for that. I'm
Yeah.
excited. That will be good. Yeah.
I did do a deep dive on Danielle's new husband or like baby daddy.
What do we think about that? Let's get into that.
I went in with a place of judgment and I'm pulling back a little bit. Yeah. Because I did so on paper, she's dating this guy who is married still legally.
Okay.
From what I've understood, there's conflicting reports. One report is that he was cheating on his wife with Danielle. They were having an affair. The wife found out and he left the wife for Danielle. Right. Instance
I
number
think
one.
this happens during the city, like in the city. Is it sort of like that's the drama?
So, because he's like a newlywed. Like he's like that's report number one. Report number two is that he was legally I guess he's from Ireland. Report
Oh,
number two is that he is married to someone who I guess maybe he was married in Ireland. And in order to get a marriage or a divorce in Ireland, it takes several years. You have to like be separated for periods of time or whatever. And so, rumor number two is that while he is legally married, he wasn't actually like in a relationship with this person. They've both been separated. He, whatever. That's so, like, only time will tell. It's
yeah.
plausible. It's hypocritical for Amanda to point that out now.
Wait,
But
Amanda's pointing it out.
apparently, Amanda in the trailer, Amanda was like, he's like fully married still. Well, there's lots to come. Yeah.
Creating. As soon as I saw that Instagram post, like that kind of pregnant thirst trap from Danielle, I was like, what was ringing in my ears was, oh, so you're going to be single mothering. What did she say? You're going to be single mothering it up. You know when she said that to Lindsay about like Lindsay. So what is she married to this guy? Then she's single mothering it up. How rude. She's not a girl's girl. She's not a girl's girl.
She is not a girl's girl.
Yeah.
She is the thirstiest. First to take down the woman standing next to her. She did it to Sierra. She did it to Lindsay. She's done it to every single woman in her path. The deep
Yeah.
insecurity that she feels.
And she does it in a way that's like on paper, these women in your life, right? So like you think about them and you're like, on paper, they've done nothing egregious to me. Like if you were to write down, like if you were to just like transcribe what happened and then this happened, if you this happened and this happened, and then they said this, nothing about that transcript would be egregious. And like if you gave that to a man, they'd be like, what? This is fine. This is perfectly lovely. This was a perfectly lovely exchange. But as a woman, you know when another woman's being shady to you. There's like a certain look. There's a certain like that kind of thing where you'll be shady to someone, not by saying something shady, but by asking them something, a question that discloses something embarrassing for them. It's like that's the kind of woman shady it is. Like, I'm going to ask you something and I'm going to put you in a position where you have to disclose something and that makes you uncomfortable. And that's the kind of shady that she is. It's like a very cleverly disguised shady.
It's so right. It is
But on
it is
paper, she's like, "Oh my god, Lindsay, my bestie, like I support you. Like you're gonna have a baby. I'm gonna be your supportive best friend." And da, da, da. But it's just like it's the way you move.
it's the way, and it's why we always describe certain women as like moving in a way. It's like it's the female like gaslighting of like they are not, you can't call it out. They're not necessarily making you
Yeah,
feel
because if
crazy.
you call it out, you look crazy. You look
Yep.
like the hysterical one that's like making a mountain out of a molehill. But it's like you know how you feel in that situation. You know how that person's made you feel.
And so they're moving in a way where it's like they're so harmless, they're so nice. Like any man on the planet would be like, she's so lovely. What a gal. And the
Yeah,
women know. The women know when you are moving in a way. And if you are a woman who doesn't know when a woman's moving in the way, it's you. You're the one. Yeah.
is that. So I couldn't agree more. And actually, there's something I won't disclose who it was because it could be a reader, it could be like a future reader, it could be a current reader. So I won't name names, okay? But I'll never forget like when I was like probably in my probably like mid, maybe early 20s. I used to like think I was such an icon wearing like a red lip. Like, so I had the same, I really thought that was my like iconic move, like, so I had the same hair and everything. Like, I've always had the same hair since I was like quite young. And so, like, my thing was like kind of when it was like a little bit emo y, but like not emo y, I'd wear like a really bright, like red lip, like just like regular makeup everywhere else and like a red lip. And I thought I was really like doing something. And this gal, she really like she just sort of like in the company of other people said to me like, "Oh, we're doing the red lip, are we?" Like, but it was like on paper, it was fine. But it was the tone, it was the fact that there were like other people around and there was an audience and kind of it was like a little bit of like a ridiculing sort of like, yeah,
The
an undertone
audacity.
of nasty.
The audacity.
And all the men were just like, "Yeah, she is." The women were like, "Why are you saying that? Like, why are you putting that out in front of people?"
PSA for the ladies. Like,
Hmm.
look around you with your fellow ladies.
Hmm.
Spotting the ones that are moving in a way is such an important skill to have.
Yeah.
It really is. And it really makes you like, everyone should be giving everyone a chance, whatever. But it really does make you acutely aware of how somebody is going to move around you. Are they going to be loyal to you? Are they going to like their insecurities? But if a woman is moving in a way, wait for it.
Or just like even so there's moving in a way relative to you, but always be aware of like the woman that's moving in a way relative to someone else because when you're not there, they're moving in that same way about you. And so
That
like
is
that's
so
such a
right.
learning, like that's such a like maturity lesson. It's just like I haven't had too many friendships like kind of fall out, but I have one. And it was like I made a decision that like there was a bit of a misunderstanding in this group. And it was like I just knew that this was the person that I didn't want to be friends with because I saw the way that they spoke about other people when they weren't there. And I was like, this person is 100% speaking that same way about me when I'm not there.
100%.
Yeah. And you just know
Don't,
those people.
the women know.
Yeah.
Put more women in charge. They know.
They
They
do.
just know. They
Yeah.
know how to run things. They know who's trustworthy. And we all need a bunch of useless people around. But we need 80% useful, 20% useless for
Yes.
success.
Yes.
Women in charge. Have them sort out.
Like I think women like have a very high EQ,
Mhm.
emotional EQ.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So EQ, basically, like this is the underutilized, underappreciated element that a woman has in a position of power. So she's able to just like read so many different layers of like dynamics in a room. That is so important that like a man just will not see. They will not appreciate it.
Yep. Put
Yeah,
them in charge.
1,000%. Where did we get to from that? Oh, that was from the in the city. But yeah, I think that's a good one. I'm looking forward to that.
Are you watching Rhode Island?
Yes, I caught up on the latest app last night. Very good.
Who's our people? Who are we feeling?
Question.
It can be
I'm intrigued by Joellen. I'm intrigued by her. That story with the mum is wild about the whatever kind of program she was put into. That's a crazy story.
I don't feel like we talked about it enough. Like the way that they just kind of brushed over it is crazy.
Because that's a whole episode. Like, not even a whole episode. It's like a whole season arc of a character. Is just that like 2-minute conversation between the mother and Joellen and her sister. That in another franchise is a whole season arc. And it's just like, it's a quick like,
It's very strange.
yeah.
There's an undercurrent that we don't know about yet. It is giving for a season of Salt Lake City.
Yes.
But there is some things like the woman's husband who's just like cheating right in front of her. Like, there's a lot happening there that we haven't seen yet.
How was that dinner with Ruler?
Bizarre. It's all so fake. You cannot come on the ladies and be fake. Like, you just can't put up a plastic. Well, no. All the stuff about now, what's her face with like the rich boyfriend who broke up. Like, apparently they've broken up years ago and she was just like using his house.
Really?
Yeah, apparently they haven't been together for years. And she was like, I got on the show, but like premised on the fact that like I live this fabulous life. Like, can I still use your house? And he's like, yeah, sure.
Good.
Yeah.
That's because it happens very quickly. Like all of a sudden she's moving out. Oh my God. Well, and I think like the producers are kind of like, they're sort of onto it now where they're like, we see you coming to these interviews with us and like presenting a certain story, but like, you think you're fooling us. Like you think you're fooling us with the story that you're giving. We're not interested in the story you're serving us because we know what the backstory is. And we know that it's only a matter of time before the other ladies like dig up this backstory. And so that's the real story we're interested in. But you think you're getting in with this like smoke and mirrors and like I'm a fabulous guy and da-da-da. Like the Ruler relationship, the Ruler and her husband relationship is very dark.
Very dark. Get that mistress on the show.
Oh, she will be.
Get her on the show.
The way she wants to be on the show. The way she's...
And they'll never divorce. Never.
What?
It's a religious thing. Or something cultural or religious or something. It's like they want. It's like the way that she has just decided, this is who my husband is. As long as I don't see it, I don't know it.
What's the religious background? You don't know. Okay.
It feels like it's cultural.
Fascinating. Okay. Well, it's a great show. I'm very interested to see it all unfold.
So that's the content. I mean, good things to come.
Good things to come. But what other stuff? Like, what else is like? Tell me more about like Vegas. Any interest? So you went to Vegas for your friend's bridal shower, one of 3 events.
Bachelorette.
Known
in Australia as a hen's party. I've learned.
Ooh, yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's the thing. It's for people. I don't get Vegas. I don't get it. I don't get the vibes. I don't get like. I told you this, we landed and a girl that I flew with was basically just like, the thing that I love about Vegas is that everything is basically just like, it's a game of Sims. Nothing is real. Everything's a projection, which is true. Nothing in Vegas is real. Everything is like a fake skyscraper, there's a hotel of New York that's just like a fake New York street. Like,
so weird.
I don't get it. It's not for me. I don't know how to gamble. I'm not like, I can't add fast enough. I can't like, it's not for me. But she had one of them. It's a vibe. Do you know what I actually didn't tell you, which was phenomenal, is that we were leaving this very fancy casino. And we were standing outside, and at the valet, there was this, in true kind of like stereotype fashion, this very, very old, short man. And these 2 giant women, enormous boobs out, big high heels, in a bikini, just like ready to get in a car with him. Let me tell you, like, what a fun game was it? And we like were standing around and we were obviously just like probably being like quite rude, like thinking about the iterations of what this dynamic could be. And it was like this blonde woman and this like brown woman, white, blonde, brown woman, 2 of them both standing there in these teeny little bikinis and big chunk high heels. This old crotchety man, not dressed up at all, but obviously like Rolls Royce pulls up.
Yeah.
And so we were like, so the dynamics here is what? Like high-end hooker for rent in Vegas? Is it like girlfriend brought a friend with her?
Okay.
Is it the least likely daughter?
You got to put that on the table. That's one of the options.
To be respectful. Or was it like sugar baby app? And we all decided that this man because it's like quite prevalent. Like you can get yourself on a sugar baby app.
Right.
One of these women was on a sugar baby app, and she flies in and flies out and brings a girlfriend with her. We come to the X hotel. for a couple of days. We watch this man
Mm.
gamble his money. We sit by the pool. We're just his company for a period of time, and then we go
What do they get from it? They get like
money.
bags and stuff. Oh, just money. They get paid.
We get paid. Yeah, of
I thought
course.
like
Or they
I
get
thought
bags, or they get like
that's an
things bought
escort.
for them.
But
What?
that's not a sugar baby. That's an escort.
Not if they have a relationship. Unless you have a
Really?
consistent relationship with an escort, or like you come to Vegas enough times that you know the gal, you know you'd like Lila that day, you want to call
Interesting.
Lila.
So it's
That's
like there's more investment outside of the Vegas sphere. There's more like back and forth, more async messaging kind of thing.
it.
More of a cam girl relationship outside of Vegas.
And it just really opened up a whole world of questions of like where the sugar babies at? Like it really is such it is such a good like app space now. It used to be,
Oh,
I think, particularly like sex work in general, it used to be
yeah.
like probably still is quite dangerous, but like the app game is strong. Like I don't need to go to a
Imagine working for one of those apps. Like, imagine being like the legal counsel for
do
sugar
you think
baby.
they're
Oh
hiring? I'm gonna look.
my god, she's gonna leave. She's gonna leave. She's gonna get a job at sugar baby.
Like it's not like it's regulated, you know?
That's my question. It's kind of like it would be like pretty dangerous. I imagine it's just like, well, you know what? It's like any kind of virtual thing, isn't it? It's like how
Huh.
dangerous is it really? Like you're in your home and I'm in mine. Like if you choose to meet up outside of the app, that's on you.
I guess that's true. But it just used to be, I think, like even not even Vegas culture or like New York culture of like go to these
Mm.
grungy little bars, look for like an old crotchety man, see if you like see you win your luck with these,
Yeah,
high rollers.
yeah,
And
yeah.
now it's like that mission is pre-built for you. You know? You don't need to go to a casino and be like, who is betting the most money? Because like when you go to a casino, there's the regular people. You're sitting with general pop of like the average like buy-in for a game is like $25 to $100.
Okay.
And then there's like high roller sections that are like off. And like to sit
Are
at one
they
of those
on the same floor though?
same floor, at least
Oh.
I'm sure there's other floors that I just don't know
Yeah,
about.
yeah, there is. I think there's
But
the whale. The whales go to like another floor. Yeah.
and they're like behind the scenes like playing real games and like
Yeah,
poker and
yeah,
things.
yeah.
But then you go behind this glass and the high rollers are like to sit at this table is like thousands of dollars just per hand. And so,
I
these
just
these
don't
poor
think
ladies
though.
back in the day used to have to go and try and get in a high roller section or get to the whales. It's like
Now
right
you
on
don't need to.
your own.
And you know what? Like I just sort of like I don't trust being in a casino looking for my like sugar daddy as well. Like that's not where I'm going. Like I'm not thinking, okay, someone with loads and loads of money is in a casino. Like I think there's a risk that you're in a casino, and it doesn't apply to everyone. There's a risk if you're a high roller or appear to be a high roller, you could also be a degenerate gambler. Like you can be both. Two things can be true. And so I don't know that I want someone with like that kind of like baggage. You know what I mean? As a sugar baby. That's not what I'm looking for.
What's your ideal like sugar baby profile?
Such a good question. Like my profile or like the target daddy?
The target daddy.
I feel like oof, gosh, this is really taking me. I haven't thought of this one. I don't lay in bed at night thinking about this. I feel like multiple homes is definitely like for me. I think it's less about like the material, like the handbags and stuff. Although that's all very nice. I think I'd like to be able to just like hop around globally hop around and stay in like phenomenal houses and just be like I'm gonna be, and he's never there. Like I'm in the Tuscany, the villa in Tuscany for this like for August or whatever. And then like I'm done with that. So then I'm going to like the penthouse in Hawaii or whatever. Like that for me is like it's just this guy has like homes everywhere and I'm just like bopping around to all of them.
That's a
And he's
phenomenal.
never there. And so I just like it's all sugar and no baby.
God, that's a
What about you?
great answer. That's
Yeah.
it.
What's yours? You think mine as well?
I mean, I think yours as well.
Yeah.
I'd love, like, I'm thinking more about like the type of home base that these men have, and like, never a Vegas. But, like, I kind of love the idea of it being like central in the world of like a Paris like apartment,
Oh, have to have an apartment in Paris.
and
100%.
that like and he has to, he has to go to Tokyo for the markets and
Yeah,
whatever.
for sure.
But like, yeah, like home base, and I can come and I can be sugar babying in
Yeah.
Paris, and then just like pop around from there. Like,
I think the only catch with this one is that you can't walk away with the sugar. Like I feel like when your sugar is like a Chanel bag and like a Birkin, it's like that is great. Like it's just it's an investment. Like you're walking away with assets that will appreciate in value. But if you're just like experientially like hopping around to the villa and to the apartment and to the penthouse, it's like you're walking away with great experiences, but you're not walking around with like sugar.
That's a really good point. I mean, some sugar babies get the apartments. Maybe not access to all of them, but like just
Actually,
to
you know what? That's
be
right.
crass about it. How much are you putting out for that sugar? Like if you're just company, you're not getting you're not getting as much sugar. You're not getting the equity in that. But if you're really putting out, if you're arriving at a place and you're sleeping with this man and you're being company with this man and you're
Yeah.
really sugar babying it up in the
Yeah.
traditional sense,
Yeah. Yeah.
you're getting equity in that. You're getting an apartment. You're getting it paid for.
I
You're putting
think
your
the long play, the ideal long play is you're doing this is okay. Now it's like starting to evolve in my mind, all right?
yep,
So it's
yep.
like I'm the baby, I'm bopping around to these little cities and whatever. And like over the years, like yes, like we run into each other, you know what I mean? Like we bump into each other in the hallway once or twice, you know. But it's over many, many years. And then he's just kind of this lonely guy. And like I become a friend. Like I'm a friend. Like he knows that like I'm there, like he can go grab a coffee with me or whatever. Like we're friends. It's years and years and years. And so then at the end of his life, he has no one in his life. And he just leaves all his properties to me. And like in his last will and testament, it's just like, dear sugar baby, these are your this is now your sugar.
You nailed it.
But it's a long play, you know?
It's only as long as the man is young.
It's a good one. I love that you were just like really like imagining the story of this person.
Think about it. And I mean, that this is Rhode Island. This is what she was a sugar baby. Like, and she got some equity in that relationship.
Yes. What does she walk away with though?
He's
Probably
paying
that.
her expenses. He's now
Yeah.
still he's paying for the apartment. He's paying for the car. He's paying for expenses.
I guess. But then you're just like, I think you need to be able to like put like you need to be able to separate the assets and be like, this is mine, and now I'm like untethered. You know?
Yeah, I mean, you've nailed the long game.
Thank you.
That's what it is.
Thank you.
Percent. See, these are the important things.
They really are. And I'm sad that like you weren't necessarily in a circle of people that were receptive to these questions because I really love these and our readers love these.
So,
Like, yeah. You were just thinking about them. They do. They really do.
what is life if you can't just like ask a pop question of like, what kind of sugar daddy do you want,
I
and
know.
not get like a bunch of confused faces?
And just be like, but I'm not a sugar. I'm not. It's like, yeah, I know you're not. You're a boring silly mole. But like, what about this? How about we just use our imaginations for a second? It's so fun. It's so boring. But that's a good one. I don't know that I have any crazy ones like that. I'm trying to think. I know that a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about like the Lena Dunham book. And I saw, so have you finished it?
Not yet. I'm like 60% through.
Okay, okay. So you've done most of the Adam Driver stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, what's your take on that?
I feel like I cannot not believe Lena when she's saying something like this. Like, I believe it.
Absolutely true.
And so I just am like, I didn't read his response. I saw that he like made some comment in
Yeah.
response. I didn't read it.
It was kind of funny. Like, it was a little bit like you can see that he is pissed, but it wasn't that deep. He's pissed. He's a bit pissed, but it's not that deep for him. I don't think.
Good. I mean, do you know what? Like, don't bite the hand that feeds you. Like,
Yeah.
you are very successful. You are a good actor of your own merit, but you would not have gotten all these big roles but for you being on this show. So take it with strides. Like,
And also, you know, it's true. Like,
exactly.
it's sort of like I think that she worked with him for so many years and knows exactly who he is, and like he's a bit of a weird guy, and like he is a very good almost like method actor, I think, from what I can gather. And so like he's as good as he is because he kind of is like that. It's sort of like kind of the same thing, or like don't bite the hand that feeds you. Like you are as good as you are because this is how you sort of operate, and some people will never be in your caliber as an actor. But also, and so he probably gets like jobs that he wouldn't otherwise get, but he also probably doesn't get some jobs because he's kind of like a weird guy and kind of like hard to work with.
Do you think that Lena genuinely believed that the path forward was for Adam to get with Jessa? Or do you think, as an actress, she was done having scenes with Adam?
Okay, I think in her third book, we're going to hear about the fact that she was in love with him.
No.
We didn't hear about it in this book. In the same way that when she was writing her first book, her first memoir, all of this stuff was going down. All of this, like, she was addicted to pills. She was like going through these crazy like health episodes. She was like in these like pretty like she wasn't completely transparent in her first book about what was kind of going on, and it took like time for her to like process it and kind of mature to then talk about it in her second book. And so there's something about this third book and the way she describes Adam that's, to me, suggests that she was in love with him, and that
You're
like,
good at reading that stuff.
yeah, she just like, yeah, like all the people on set, like I know that like they were, I don't know, I think that maybe his perspective is that like he rejected her or something, or like he didn't, I don't know, like I just, something transpired, and I think that like the way she speaks about him is someone that was like kind of in love with him.
Interesting.
So I think we'll hear about in the third book.
I can't wait. It
Yeah.
just really did come out of nowhere. When I was listening to her talk about him, I was like, this is why Jessa started dating him. Like this is why this is why the world was so upset that the two of them got together.
That's fascinating.
Because it was not natural.
Yeah, it was very weird. Now that I think about that, yeah, that's kind of when I started. Like, I feel like the show kind of went
It
off the
did.
rails a little bit. Yeah, it just didn't make a lot of sense. But yeah, it's such a fascinating read, and I feel like she's just like such a chronic people pleaser, and it's so relatable. Like, I mean, I'm not a people pleaser, but I feel like I know a lot of people that are, and it just is like she just is such a, like, despite all her like success and stuff, she just, and then she knows this, like she's like very self-aware about it. She's just like, I like bend over backwards, like kind of help people, and like if a fan wants to like talk to me about something, I like, oh my god, like I really try, and I'm just like, she's just like, this is a
And she's
sweetheart.
hated for it. She's absolutely hated for it.
I know, I know. Yeah, so I don't know. It's just interesting to kind of like look back at the stuff from like however long it was, like 10 years ago, and be like, now we're going to have that same insight about, she's going to write another book in 10 years time, kind of like, I'm sure there's some like turmoil that's going on right now for her because she just,
Sure.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
that'd be an interesting one. That's a fun thing to think about, like in the writing process. Like, what are we gonna find out next? You know, what are the things we're missing right now?
right. Because it's like, I think she's the kind of person that in the moment she doesn't fully process what it means for her, and it takes time for her to process what it means and like kind of put it in its place. And so like the things that are happening right now, she has no point of view on, really. Like, she has a point of view, but it's not like where things ultimately kind of land for her. So anyway, it's such a good book. I just like, I feel like I was listening to it and listening to it, and then when it ended, I felt just like a real like, you know, when you like, you have a book that you love and you sort of just like, it just ends, and you sort of, and because it's her voice as well, you kind of like, it's sort of this voice, and you're sort of like bopping around, you go for a walk, you're like driving, whatever, and you sort of, anyway, so
That's a good one. A love letter to Lena.
yeah, totally.
She deserves it.
And what did you make of the like the Jen Fessler West of it all?
I mean, 100% true. I never doubted it for a second. Though,
It's really gone all quiet, hasn't it, as well? Like,
I,
we're not hearing about lawsuits being filed. Like, no, there's no lawsuit hitting the desk there.
nope. I 1000% believe it. There's that man. Like I say it once, I say it 1,000 times. Never trust a man that represents himself as a nice guy or like a jokester or like a. You don't want the funny guy. You don't
No.
want him. That is not like we've all been taught that this is a brand that we should be sponsoring. It's so dangerous.
Yep. Yep.
I believe it 1,000%.
Yeah, I agree. And just like so she puts out the statement. So basically, the turn of events is, how did it actually happen? It was like she defended him. Like Jen Fessler kind of came out and said, like, oh, he's just a puppy dog and he's just this nice guy, and like, he's just trying to make everyone happy and da da da. And then Sierra was the one that's because you slept with him or something like
Yeah.
that. And then she puts out this statement that's like basically written by a lawyer, like, that's libellious or like that's libel, whatever. And the way in which like that's the kind of thing you do when it's true. Like, you don't make a legal threat like that in public unless you are serious. You have no, like, that's it. That's all the ammunition you have, is that, because there's nothing otherwise. Why wouldn't you just ignore it and just be like, whatever?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
like, what a compliment to me. I'm bagging this like 30
And
year
the
old.
headlines. I'm a part of this news. Great.
Like, I'm falling off the face of the earth. Like, I'm not on New Jersey Housewives. I'm on a nothing. It's just like, this is great. Like, you ride that. Like, great press for you. Like to double down and have the husband who's a lawyer write this thing to kind of like save his reputation. It's just like it screams guilty.
100%. It's just going to keep getting worse and worse and worse. They've reshot the city. They've re-edited the city to include this stuff. Thank God. You didn't see this yet because it just happened like an hour ago, I'm sure. They've released a trailer for something phenomenal. It's all happening.
Oh my
It's
God.
just, it's going to be great. And I don't know if I'm the only one following this, but I have really been sitting on a campaign of like, it is unacceptable that Amanda has been sitting here with a million followers on Instagram.
Yes.
And Sierra has not. And I will tell you, I checked this morning. She's at 1 million. Sierra's at 1 million.
Oh, yeah. And where's Amanda? Has she dropped
Still
out?
she's still at 1 million. She's not dropping. But we just want the ladies to rise. We don't need them to fall.
No,
I'm happy for Sierra to just keep rising.
she will.
Yeah.
I'm sure like I think that like Jen Fesselstaff probably like gained her more followers because she was so funny and like the little hand standing emoji and everything. Very good. Yeah. Yeah. No, I'm so pumped. I really am so pumped for the reunion.
So
There's gonna be a lot to talk about in the pod next week. I guess so the first ep of the reunion is next week? Or no? Maybe not actually.
we have some more time.
Oh, okay. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
I have a crazy idea, just like IRL. Should we be doing a pod together when we're together in a few weeks? Like, should we
Yes.
do an in-person pod?
Yeah.
A little vlog, a little pod of you crossing the big pond and coming to New York.
Yes. We haven't
We
told
are
the
the
readers.
fun of it, but we're becoming biddies. So tune in.
We've got like like the thing about me is like I'll be working. I'll be like so we both like work from home. And the beauty about working from home is like you can be in a meeting, but you can also just not be looking at that person and you can just have like you can have like Zara up on your screen and you can just be like scrolling through outfits. So I have like multiple meetings today where I just didn't see the person's face. Like I had like 3 or 4 hours of meetings where I was in these meetings and I was chatting away and I was, talking about this, that, and the other. And like, yeah, we should definitely do a double dive on that. We should, and I was
Click
just like,
in.
yeah. I was just like looking at. I was like, what are my biddy looks? What are my looks? Looks. I was just like, and the tricky thing is right now because it's like winter here and it's like coming into the warmer months for you guys. It's just like, how do I get my looks for the streets of New York, like the Hudson River
It's
walk?
going to be incredible. Like, we're joining the biddies. If anyone was wondering, like, the sets are here, the biddies are out. It was 90 degrees in New York today. It was not only were sets here, it was like shorts with a sports bra set. Like, we have full set committed, full biddy out. Yeah,
That's how
we're
long
doing
we've been doing this podcast. We're like fully like the seasons have changed.
it. We're on the rise. Like, we're making it.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's been really just like, where are they? They've gone off the grid. Like, what's going
We
on?
needed a break.
Yeah. Not from you guys, but just like from our lives a little bit. No, I'm so excited. We're going to be such biddies. We're going to be like, I can just really see us like being like on a porch with like an Aperol spritz. Like, I feel like I'm manifesting that for us is just like
You
being
did.
in a look all day. Like, I might get like a blowout. I'm going to get a spray tan. I think
Then
I'll have to get a spray tan.
here's what we need to do. We need to get a spray tan.
Yep.
We need to get a blowout right before we leave.
Yep.
And then we just need to walk around in our sets, stop for an Aperol spritz, keep walking. Stop for, should we go to Cafe Tana, get a little froyo, keep moving. So we're just going to go to Zabar's, do a little froyo, keep moving. Stop for another little spritzer, keep moving.
Yeah.
Just going to have days on days.
Yes. So fab.
Like we'll report back, but it's important.
And you'll see us. Like, we'll be doing it from the Standard Hotel. We'll do our pod from the Standard. Hopefully we'll have like a little like backdrop of the city.
That's a great idea.
Right? Just like a little on location number.
Yeah.
Reporting live from the Standard.
Reporting live.
Yes. So fun.
We're going to do it.
I know. No, I'm so excited. But I definitely think we need to get we definitely need to get a tan. We'll have to sugar and bronze it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll make appointments.
Okay. Because I'm also getting my laser because I have my like laser package that I still have to like. I've still got a few like lasers in the bank.
Which goes first?
I think you have to laser first because you can't tan first.
Yeah. Okay.
I booked it for Sunday mornings.
Okay, great. We laser on Monday. Perfect.
All right. Have you got icks? I didn't even think of an ick.
No, but I did have a bit of an idea.
Okay.
Because I do think one other thought I had that I wanted to share because I do feel like we have a lot of Kardashian presence, and I think it's important that we keep grounded to the Kardashians.
Okay. Yeah.
I think Chloe is always the fan fave, and maybe I'm turning with the rest of the crowd,
Okay.
but I'm just feeling like the OG Kardashians are not it. Like, I'm
Mm.
really like loving the Jenner clan.
I think that's a popular move. Yeah.
I think it is, and I am basic, and so I'm just following the trends, but like going to the Nick game and just like we're just like
Yeah, people love Kylie. Kylie is like very, very popular with the ladies. With
she's
the
making a rise, and I really appreciate it. I listened to that podcast that she was just on that I'm not going to remember the name of, Jake something, and I just
She's
expected
very
her to.
funny.
I was surprised. I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever heard her speak.
She's good. She's good, Val. Yeah.
That's my Kardashian update. I was really like sitting on that a little bit today, and I was just like, I kind of love her because I didn't like her with Tyga. I didn't like her
Mm.
pregnancy. Like I just didn't. I just felt like she was very quiet, and I just didn't get her vibe, and it seemed very like.
I think that she pulled back a little bit. I think
Mm,
she went through a period of like pulling back and not really wanting to do the whole filming thing. She was a bit like in her like private era. And then I think I'm gonna say like in the last couple of years, she's kind of like, I don't give a fuck. Like she's just like, I'm a billionaire. Like, and I'm a hot bitch. And I'm dating like an Oscar nominee and I've got like my life is a dream. She's like, I don't give a fuck. Like what your opinion is of me and if you think my butt's big and if my lips are overlined, she's just like, you want my life. And she's just really leaned into that. And that's why, like, that's what we love in a person. Like, that's what people like resonate with. Just like someone authentic who's just like, you don't have to love me, but I am who I am. And that's why she's like kind of funny about it. She's not like, I'm not drinking. I'm just like organic and green tea and like matcha. She's just like, when are we doing tequila shots? Like, no, where is it, Kendall? Where's the 518? Dial it up. Or the 518, 318, whatever it is. Like, dial it up. And I think that's why.
I just think like within the Kardashian scheme, you can really just tell the cream rising. Like
Mm,
within the ladies as a whole, there's always going to be dynamics where sisters like get along more or less with others in a
yeah,
like more than two.
yeah,
And I just feel like it's never been clearer that like this is the prime of sisterhood, and you can tell who's rising and who's not. Like Court is out, like Kim
yeah,
is in,
yeah,
like it just like Chloe's in, Kendall's out. Like we're just the cream is arising.
yeah.
The real ones are showing.
They are. And the ones you want to hang with, you know your people in that clan. And you're like, I'm definitely a Kylie and Chloe gal. Like I wanna hang with them. And even Kim, like a Kim is kind of like I think she went through a precious era where she was very like, you've got to be seen doing this and got to be wearing this. And now she's just sort of like she's a little bit more like, I'm Kim Kardashian. I don't give a fuck. Like I answer to no one. I've done a show. The show was a bit of a flop. I don't care. I move on to my next thing. What does she care?
Like she can make fun of herself in a way that yeah, she'll laugh at it. She's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. What do you think about her, like, kind of? I don't know if it's true, but she's like not taking the bar exam again.
Bless her. Like you
Mm.
don't need it. You don't need it.
You
From
don't.
coming from two lawyers, like don't worry about it. Like do your thing. Maybe I know a lot of people do this in California, but like maybe go to law school. Like if you feel
Maybe.
really strongly about it, go to law
Yeah.
school. Don't do the like apprentice. It's for some people, but this apprenticeship clearly wasn't your vibes, and everybody learns differently.
Yeah.
But also, we are
Yeah.
trying to be you. You don't need to be us. We're trying to pod to get away from the law. Don't worry about it.
Zero advices. Don't worry about it, girl. You're good. Just do you. Yeah. I
Going on.
I was a little sad because I was like, I think there were so many kind of nasty people that were like waiting for this moment that were really like, I told you, see, it's so hard. And I really didn't want that for her. Like, I think she might still do it. I think it's less
Maybe.
likely. I think like once you lose that knowledge, it's very hard to like get back in. But like, I wanted her to succeed because I kind of wanted everyone to just shut up. Like, people shut up. Like, she can do whatever the fuck she wants.
You know what? I give her so much credit for doing it more than once. I said when I first sat for the bar, I was like, if I
Yeah.
don't pass this, next career, I
Yeah.
can't study again. I can't
Next.
do it again.
Yeah.
Next. If
Yep.
I had failed, I never would have sat again. So getting back up and sitting again is a really hard thing to do.
And 2 more times. She's done it 3 times.
I couldn't have done it. Couldn't have done it.
No, hats off. And she does all that other stuff. Like she's doing a set here, doing a photo shoot there, doing like prison reform stuff here. Like this woman, like unstoppable.
And she just doesn't need the degree. She can make so much more of a difference through the prison reform stuff
Yeah.
than 1,000 lawyers with law degrees. You've got the platform. Whatever you want to do as a lawyer, you could do with your platform. This is not a specialized skill.
No, no. There you go. You heard it here first, folks.
Yes. Well, trade places leave anytime, Kim. You can come to our jobs if you want.
I know. So good.
Oh.
Did you have an ick or no?
Okay, I had an idea. I don't really know how it's gonna land, but I
Okay.
do feel like we left last pod. Maybe this is why we just took like a bit of a breather. We were very negative. We
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 were.
really dragged a little bit, and so in the spirit of evening the playing field a little bit,
Hmm.
I was thinking like we say what like we think are maybe like icks about us, or like is there a period of time where like we have done like a terrible fashion trend or something, like your red lip maybe, or like what's a thing about us that we can share that like we're like, look, all things being equal, like we have people have icks about us.
Oh my gosh. I'm a walking ick. Like, oh my God.
It doesn't have to be like today's, but I just was like,
That's such a good one. I think I'd have to really go back through as well to like dig up the fashion faux pas. But I mean I've had so many, honestly.
I would.
Like we're all like everyone's in their sort of fresh girl era at the moment. Or like clean girl is like it's very Hailey. We're all like everything's slicked back and like minimalist and da. I feel like being back in Melbourne, it's made me like remember because I had to like get all my stuff out of storage. And I was just like, the vintage stuff. It was a moment in time for me. Like I really did the op shop vintage like outfits and looks and stuff. And I don't like regret it. I think like it was good for that moment in time. But I'm also just like all of those prints and just like it was busy and the clothes kind of smelled like a little mothbally and like it just was. I think you have to go through it maybe in your 20s, but I just like I look back at some of those like those fashion mistakes and I'm like,
Ick.
ick, not it, not it.
That's
Yeah, that's one of them, but there's many more.
a good one.
Yeah, for sure. About
I
you?
was thinking about, so I went through this phase where it was very popular, but everybody had like the scrunchy hair. Did you go through this phase?
Like the
Where it
scrunchies
was,
you put in your hair?
no. So it was like, despite the fact that I have naturally curly hair,
Yeah.
there was this trend where people would put a ton of like mousse in their hair while it was still wet, like post shower, fresh out the shower, and like scrunch their hair to be like curly. And then it would be this like wet mop of like crunchy, because then it would harden, all the mousse would like harden. So your hair would
Mhm.
be like hard, curly.
What's this?
I think I was like in high school ish,
Okay, a
but I was
while.
like, but I remember, I don't even know if this is appropriate or not, but I remember my sisters used to say I looked like I had like the ramen noodle hair. Like it was just like because it would be curled,
Yeah.
wet, and like if you touched it, it would crunch. It would like literally just like because it was all this like dried product in your hair. It was absolutely disgusting, and I refused to let it go. I would get out of I have my hair is like naturally quite curly. I would get out of the shower, crunch it to death with this disgusting mousse product, put it in like a bun, and wear like a really dark black eyeliner. And I would be
Okay, pull up the photos.
gorgeous, gorgeous,
Gorgeous. Long Island gorgeous girl.
gorgeous. I have to, we'll post a photo. We can post a photo on our Instagram. I don't have one readily available. You find one of you, I'll find one of me. We'll put them together. We'll post it on Instagram.
Perfect. Deal. Love it.
And that's our week's X. I just feel like we got to get back to the readers. Like we were,
I
yeah,
we didn't publish that podcast, did we?
we did.
We did. Do we get any feedback?
People on YouTube, yes. Spotify, not quite
Awesome.
yet. Just viewers. No real feedback of like we didn't post the X independently.
Oh, we didn't. Did we put any of the clips up from that pod? No.
Not on it. Yeah. So
What are the YouTube comments?
there's no comments. It's just views. It's just likes.
Okay. Hearts. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
You're welcome.
Maybe we'll
So that's
scrunch
the ick of the
we'll
week.
scrunch our hair next time.
Scrunch your hair. It was what a crazy look that was. And I remember so distinctly my parents being like, "You look insane." And I just like, "You don't get it. Like you don't got it. This is
I do
living in
remember.
fashion."
I do remember like learning to do eyeliner and being like, oh, you know the way to do it is to like to make your eye look bigger. You just like do it half under. You don't do the full eye because that closes the eye up. I haven't done eyeliner in like 10 years. Like it just it's we don't go there.
Very 90s.
Yeah, that's such a good one. I got to see the photo. That's
We'll
so
do.
funny.
We'll post some photos. We'll bring
Yeah,
it out.
I love it. Well, this is so good. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad that we're back in the room, doing what we love, doing what we do best. You know.
Right, just bringing the people together, bringing the ladies
Yes,
together.
yes, so good.
Yeah.
Okay, well, until next time,
Until next time.
I'll
Good night.
speak to you again. Bye.